life story of Elvis Presley. Elvis Aaron Presley was born on January 8, 1935, in Tupelo, Mississippi. He later changed the spelling of his middle name to the biblical form of Aaron. Presley was supposed to be a twin, but his brother, JECKA'S, was stillborn. Raised by loving, working-class parents, Vernon and Gladys, Presley and his family had little money, and they moved from place to place frequently. He was deeply devoted to his parents, especially his mother, and was raised to have a strong faith in God. Presley attended the Assembly of God Church with his parents, where gospel music became an important influence for him. Presley received his first guitar as a gift from his mother on his 11th birthday in 1946, and had his first taste of musical success a few years later, when he won a talent show at Humes High School in Memphis. After graduating in 1953, he worked a number of jobs while pursuing his musical dream. He cut his first demo record at what later became known as Sun Studio that year, and before long, Sam Phillips, the record label owner, decided to take the young performer under his wing. Presley soon began touring and recording, trying to catch his first big break. That's All Right was Presley's first single in 1954. In 1955, Presley began to develop a following, with fans being drawn to his unusual musical style, provocative gyrating hips, and good looks. That same year, he signed with RCA Records, a deal worked out by his manager, Colonel Tom Parker. Presley was on a roll, scoring his first #1 single with Heartbreak Hotel, as well as his first #1 album, Elvis Presley, and signing a movie contract with Paramount Pictures, all in 1956. Soon, Presley was everywhere, working as a musician and actor. His first film, Love Me Tender 1956, was a box office hit. Throughout his amazing career, Presley helped popularize rock and roll music in America, earning his nickname as the King. He also won 3 Grammy Awards for his gospel recordings. A major musical force, Presley had 18 #1 singles, including Don't Be Cruel, Good Luck Charm, and Suspicious Minds, as well as countless gold and platinum albums. His career launched into superstardom, thanks to a September 9, 1956 appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show. 60 million viewers tuned in to watch Presley, then 21, perform Don't Be Cruel, as well as Hound Dog and Love Me Tender, complete with the hip gyrations many found vulgar. He appeared to more times on the show over the next year, with the third censored from the waist down. Presley's 1957 Elvis Christmas album topped the Billboard charts for 4 weeks, and would go on to sell more than 20 million copies in various editions, becoming the most popular holiday album of all time. Also in 1957, Presley's song for the film Jailhouse Rock of the same name reached #1. Other notable Presley hits include Blue Suede Shoes, Can't Help Falling in Love, All Shook Up, Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear, and Are You Lonesome Tonight? Even a stint in the U.S. military couldn't put a damper on Presley's thriving career. He received his draft notice in 1957 and was inducted into the Army the following March. He eventually served in Germany for about a year and a half. Shortly before Presley left for Europe, his beloved mother, Gladys, died. He was granted a leave and returned to Memphis for the funeral. Deeply saddened by her death, Presley returned to duty. While in Germany, his spirits were lifted slightly when he met a young teenager named Priscilla Beaulieu. The pair fell in love and got married on May 1, 1967, in Las Vegas, Nevada. After leaving the Army in 1960, Presley resumed his career and was soon back at the top of the charts with the soundtrack for his film GI Blues. He continued recording music and acting in such films as Blue Hawaii 1961, Girls, Girls, Girls 1960 and Viva Las Vegas 1964. Although his films were often hit or miss with both critics and audiences, they brought in a profit, and the soundtracks usually sold well. By the late 1960s, however, the enigmatic performer appeared to be losing his box office appeal, proving he was still the king. He recorded his first TV special in 1968, often referred to as the '68 comeback. He wowed audiences with his performance, which showcased his talents as a singer and a guitarist. Around this time, Presley's personal life also seemed to be on an upswing. A year after he and Priscilla married, they had a daughter, Lisa Marie, in 1968. Unfortunately, this joyous time would not last. By the early 1970s, Presley's marriage was falling apart. The couple divorced in 1973, and Priscilla received custody of Lisa Marie. Presley was also wrestling with other personal problems, including a growing addiction to prescription drugs. The once thin rock star was battling a weight problem, and his destructive lifestyle caught up with him that fall, when he was hospitalized for drug-related health problems. Despite his personal obstacles, Presley remained a popular draw in Las Vegas and on tour. He performed at his last concert in June 1977 in Indianapolis, Indiana. After the concert, he returned home to his Memphis mansion, Graceland, to prepare for another tour. On the morning of August 16, 1977, Presley died of heart failure. At the age of 42, it was later ruled that his death was related to his prescription drug abuse. Presley was buried on the Graceland property, near the gravesites of his mother, father, and grandmother Minnie Mae Hug Presley. An estimated 18,000 people with signs, flowers, and memorabilia lined Elvis Presley Boulevard in Memphis to catch a glimpse of his funeral procession on August 18. According to the Washington Post, a white Cadillac hearse transported Presley's body, which laid inside a rose-covered coffin. About 200 family members attended a private ceremony at Graceland. Celebrities and notable figures like John Wayne, Burt Reynolds, and Margaret and Caroline Kennedy were also there. Graceland remains one of the country's top tourist attractions, and Presley's albums and other artifacts continue to sell briskly. Each August, crowds flock to Graceland to honor him on the anniversary, not of his birth but of his death. Presley has been recognized for his contributions to several musical genres, most notably rock, country, and gospel. In 1986, Presley was one of the first performers inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In 1998, Presley was posthumously inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. 3 years later, he was posthumously inducted into the Gospel Music Association's Gospel Music Hall of Fame. Elvis may have left the building, but his star remained on Hollywood Boulevard, although relocated due to its wear and tear. It is now next to the Beatles' star, under a four-pillared portico at the corner of La Brea Avenue and Hollywood Boulevard.